welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
I am Sure Sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, say this is Righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the gameplay, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, good morning. I am sure fans, subscribers, and viewers. I am Manning's Man, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we give thanks to life. I tell people every day that it's the gift of life. We must celebrate it every day that we live. Because the year today, gone tomorrow. You understand me? Just received some very sad news that people who go university with and live together with lost their life this morning. By the bullet, Tough, hard to deal with. But we continue to stay strong, continue to believe, because we have life. And we make the most of every moment. And keep on crying to society that we have to do better. We're giving the people who have the opportunity to leave the country. What we want to do, we want to have a country with nobody living here. We want to diminish all our potential and all our abilities. That we're going to take the people in them youthful stages, dedicating themselves to nation building. Why we so bad mind and corrupt? Why it hurt us when the next person doing well? Why? Why we can't let bygones be bygones? Why we can't forgive? Why? Why it's so hard to say, well, the person hurt me, the person offended me, but we can move on? Why we believe it makes sense to take a life or the cycle will stop? Why we can't stop? Why we can't ease up? Why? What profit is it to you to take a next man's life? Because when he's gone, how it benefit you? Don't the guilt and the pain still affect you? We have to live better, We have to live better. What is there to prove? What is there to prove? You're going to die too, and I'm going to die too. What is there to prove when we take other people's lives? There's nothing. There's no gain, there's no benefit. If it's for money, the money is going to be done. We have to do better. Fathers, more, you have talked to your sons. I reason with you. Even if you and the mother not together, talk to your sons. Too many youths are die before them parents. Whole heap of youths don't get the opportunity to go to their mother and their father funeral. It is your mothers and fathers that are coming to their funeral. But we live good now. Let us stop being toxic and full of hate and quarrelsome and angry and just full up on negative energy and vibe. Just last night we walk in the street because of those things. We didn't walk in the street and talking to some people and met a lady in the clock. Big up yourself, Miss Valerie is her name. She got to a church named Shiloh Apostolic and just holding a reason with her and thing. And they're saying to her, just saying sometimes how we operate even as people, so we serve God, we become a hindrance to people coming into the kingdom. So we have to calm down, we have to relax, we have to learn to reason and talk and put aside our differences. That's the only way Jamaica got change, It hurt my heart. You know what? Friends and family, people who I know and live with, who lose them life by the bullet. And every time I think about them, I said, were they deserving of this? What a man or a woman could do that would want to end them life while we live. Man with kids and a wife and a family. How it benefit? You think about what going to happen to that 2-year-old, that 3-year-old, that 6-year-old, that 10-year-old. Think about that. We have to do better. Forgive no man. You have nothing to prove, There's no benefit. No benefit. Even the wealthiest of criminals end up either dying or spending time in prison. We have to stop Jamaica. We have to stop. We cannot continue like this. It get to a place now that when people die, it's just normal. No matter how, we just go past it and we just, yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy, Aya. We have to do better. Understand me? Sorry to greet you on a note like this, but it is what it is, We're going to get into some sports. And, yeah, we're going to talk about some sport, but I had to do that, because it's a very painful, so I won't be long. Understand me? For this one, because we have the Haitian under 17 and under 20 coach at 3 this evening, so we won't be long. But we're going to go through the under 17 press conference that just took place this morning, shortly. It wasn't a long press conference. We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about some JPL transfer news, which is JPL is the local football league, persons who move from clubs and those things that have been confirmed. And we're going to talk about some European transfer news, in particular in the EPL, and we're going to see the movement of even some of our players. Just also wanted to know that listen, I want to make a special appeal, right, to all of the local coaches in Jamaica. All right, to all the local coaches. Let me just do this. Come back here. All the local coaches. We're gonna go through the transfers, right? But I want to say to the local coaches, the national senior coach, right? The national senior coach is having there's a next camp. The camp is today and tomorrow. So Coach Hal Grimson is having a camp today and tomorrow. But it's a small amount of players. It is 12 players. And all the Premier League coaches are invited. So what he'll be doing is really going through some defensive stuff, teaching these 12. So they're all defenders, like 3 sets of 4. So 12 of them. And videos and positioning and all of those things, principles of defending, right? This is part of the overall preparation. And so here's what. If you're a coach, please make an effort to go and attend this so you can ask questions and interact with him. I'm doing this because here's what I know. I know that sometimes our coaches in Jamaica, they don't want help even when it is offered. So I'm putting it out there. The national coach, he wants you there. So you can interact with him and he can interact with you. This is an open invitation, right? It is up at the Captain Horace Burrell Center. That's where they'll be preparing. So it is just 12 players and video sessions and on the field work and coaching them into defending. Because remember, the local players are preparing for 2 games against Trinidad and Tobago in March. Right, the U17 play them this Saturday and next week. So they have 2 games at the U17 level. And the senior team will be playing Trinidad March the 8th and the 12th in Jamaica. Believe one game is going to be at the National Stadium and one is going to be in Catherine Hall, Montego Bay. So Montego Bay and Westmoreland and Trelawney and St. Anne, buy the tickets them and full up Catherine Hall and support the local players and Coach Hal Grimson. All right. After that, the team will be assembled with all the players from Europe to go and play in the Nations League game against Mexico. Understand me? So keep that in mind. So, but coaches, please go and support them. All right. Now I have to pause and ask you because we want you to hit the like button. We want you to subscribe. We are, if we get like 5 subscribers, we will pass 5,000 subscribers. And then we can remove this from the end of the screen, the banner, and put up a new banner going towards 10,000. So make that happen. If you have not subscribed, we don't put it on subscriber mode most of the time because we believe that the content and the program is healthy for anyone can come on. And we try to, I must say, big kudos to the moderators because the moderators on this channel, they kind of know my heart that I want opinions, but it must be respectful, even disagreement. And so big up to all the moderators. So we kind of freely allow people to comment, but please just manage the comments, and then our moderators will not time you out or block you. All right. So big up to all the moderators. So hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Right. We're making some big connections. It's going to be big. So we have a big thing. We have this is Italian, so I may get the name wrong, but we have a big webinar, right? That is coming up on the 18th of February. It will be streamed live. And what that means is that you can be a part of that webinar. The coach is let me this is a good one, right? I'm going to have him on the 10th of February. Big interview. Is Italian, right? He has been to Jamaica before. Don't want to get his name wrong, but his name is Massimo is Massimo. Massimo Lokishi or Lokishi. All right, yeah. So listen, I am going to type it higher because you understand me. I need to, when he comes on, he will have to pronounce it. You understand me? So he's going to be and on the 10th of February to invite you to give you the link so you can join this webinar that he will be doing. And the webinar is really about how to coach a team, how to do the pressing game. So he's going to be on. All right. So bam, that is coming up on the 10th, but the webinar is on the 18th. So on the 10th, when he's on, you will get the link so you can join that. So don't miss that. You see the heap of things for coaches to develop themselves that we're having. All right. So that's one thing. Remember, I tell you about the 2-day defensive principle thing that Coach Hal Grimson is doing. So local coaches can be a part of that. That's number 2. Number 3, all right. In this month, we'll be also having Rene Simoes, who will be on the program, and he's going to talk to us about understanding system of play, which many people have some sort of confusion with. We also have the goalkeeping coach who will be talking to us about goalkeeping and developing goalkeepers. All that is happening in this month as well. And we have a host of persons who are across the Caribbean that will be coming on to educate all of us, including me, right? Because information and knowledge is power, right? When we are furnished with good information, then yeah, we are able to basically make better decisions and wiser decisions. All right. So keep those things in mind. All right. So big up yourself. So that is the name. I don't know how you pronounce it. Jason, you can pronounce it. We need an Italian to be able to help us to pronounce it. All right. So let me give you some of the transfer that took place in Europe, in the EPL. Let me say in the EPL, not all of Europe, because I don't know if you understand that Chelsea has spent more money, right, in the transfer window than the total amount of money spent by Bayern, by the entire Bundesliga, the entire La Liga, the entire French league, and the entire Spanish league. Chelsea, by themselves as a club, has spent more money than all of those league combined spending. Oh my word. Do you hear that, people? Chelsea, by themselves, have spent more money than all of these leagues combined spending for the month. Yeah. I don't know how, but of course, many are saying that they are still in keeping with the financial fair play. I don't know, but if they say they are, then they are. All right, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know how they are able to do that. All right, I have some very Let us see if I can get a couple of coaches to also come on and further talk to us about some of these system of play thing that we have been discussing as well. All right, but yeah, so we let's look at some of the spending. Well, some person are giving longer contracts, but let's look at some of the spending just in England alone. Well, not the spending, but the transfer. So let me share this with you. So let's begin with Arsenal, right? EPL clubs. Arsenal signed, in terms of the ins, they had Leandro Trossard, Jakub Kiroor from Spezia in Italy, and Jorginho from Chelsea. That's 47 and 12. That's what, 59 million. Which is good because they were going to spend 80 million on one player, right? They have sent out on loan Miguel Azizi. He's gone to Wigan. Cedric Suarez has gone out on loan to Fulham. Brooke Norton Coffey gone out to Coventry. Arthur Okonwu has gone to Sturmgrass on loan. Ovi Ijihiri has gone out on loan as well. All right. You'll see Harry Clark has gone to Ipswich. Marquinhos to Norwich. Omar Rekik to Wigan. Albert Sambila Kanga to Crystal Palace. And from the academy, our own Kiddo Taylor Hart. Kiddo Taylor Hart, if you're hearing this, listen. Coach Hal Grimson knows you. All right. So you're not off the radar. And just get yourself ready, get yourself active. I think, your opportunity will come. Just get yourself playing some football. Aston Villa, there is no Aston Villa. They brought in Alex Marino from Real Betis for an undisclosed fee. And then from Chicago Fire in the MLS, lots of players moving from the MLS to Europe. They got Jean Durand from the Chicago Fire. The outs are Cameron Archer, who goes to Middlesbrough. Danny Ings has gone to West Ham for 15 million. Indiana Vasiliev, St. Louis City for an undisclosed, which is in, I think they're in the USL Championship or MSL. Frederike Gulbert, Strasbourg. Tyreek Wright, Plymouth. Morgan Samson, to Strasbourg. All right, Bournemouth. Look at this. Look at all the ins at Bournemouth. Bournemouth, this is like a entire overhaul of the Bournemouth squad. Dango Utara of Lorient, Darren Randolph of West Ham. They also Antonio Semenyo of Bristol City, Matthias Venner from Roma, Gavin Kilkenny from Charlton, Ilaya Zabarini of Dynamo Kiev, Hamed Traore Sasula are the names. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming in there All right. The outs are Jamal Lowe, who went out on loan to Queen's Park Rangers. That is the Jamaican Jamal Lowe. Ferdinand Okoye, Doncaster Rovers, James Hill, Hearts, and Will Dennis. Brentford, that is the team of Ethan Pinnock, right? Ethan Pinnock. So Byron Wilson, they brought in Byron Wilson from Coventry. But the transfer was completed before, as you can see. Kevin Shade, Freiberg, Connor McManus, Bua Booth, Romeo Beckham, the son of David Beckham, and Vincent Angelini of Watford. Out are Aaron Presley, Hilary Balcome, Tariq Fusal, Paris Maghoma, Charlie Good, and Eden Prutti, along with Mads Beck. Those are the outs. Brighton brought in Facundo Bonanote, right? Jamie Mullins and Yassin Ayari, Mark O'Mahony, and the outs are Leonardo Trossard to Arsenal, Reda Kadara, Birmingham, Ear and Connolly Hull, Ed Turns, Todd Miller. Chelsea, let's go, all right? Chelsea bought David Datro Fofana, 10.6 million, right? Binot Bidashile, Monaco, 32 million, call it 33. Andre Santos, 18 million, Vasco da Gama. Joe Felix, we know him very well, on loan from Atletico Madrid. We don't know the fee. Mikhalo Modric, Shakhtar Donetsk, $89 million. Noni Maduki, PSV, undisclosed, is there. Malo Gusto, Leon, 26.3. Enzo Fernandez, the last man to come in, $107 million. Oh my word. Those are some of the Chelsea transfer, right? I don't know. I'm yet to understand what is going on, man. How are they able to do this? Somebody need to explain this to me. How are they able to do this? Right? How are they able to do this? How? All right. Who are the players who um have left Chelsea? Humphreys on loan, Casade on loan. Gusto, who they purchased, he is back at Leon on loan, so they didn't take in him. And Jorginho went to Arsenal. Crystal Palace had Sambi Lakanga from Arsenal on loan and Ahamada from Stuttgart for 9.7 million. Killian Phillips went out on loan. Jack Buckland to Manchester United. Malcolm Ebue to Hull City. And Ryan Bartlett, Eastbourne Borough. And Kimani Garden, Carlisle on loan. David Boateng, Dover. All right. Everton, no ins. The outs are Solomon Rondon was released. Nathan Broadhead. Eden Jakopovic, Los Angeles FC, Tom Cannon, and Neil Nkoko, Saint Etienne, Sebastian Quirk, Joe Anderson, and they are not having in this. Oh yeah, Anthony Garden as well to Newcastle is one of the players that have left. All right. Fulham, Cedric Suarez and Sasa Lukic from Torino for an undisclosed fees. Out are Knockout and Boat. All right. Leeds, Weston McKinney is there, and Max Weber from RB Salzburg is there. Jorginho, Ruta, Diego Monteiro, and the outs are Alfie McCalmont, Leo Jelly, and Max Dean, along with Click Drame and Gilhart. Leicester City, what did they do in the window? In the Victor Christiansen from FC Copenhagen, Tete from Shakhtar Donetsk, Nathan Opoku from FDM Fieldmaster Sporting Club, Harry Suter from Stoke, and the outs are George Hurst and Ben Nelson, Jacob Stolarski, Nathan Okapu, Ayotsi Perez. Oh, Ayotsi Perez. I didn't know. Did you all know that Ayotsi Perez is no longer at Leeds? I didn't know. At Newcastle, I didn't know that. Liverpool, Cody Gakpo, and two players gone out on loan. Well, one on loan and one sold to Swindon. Manchester City ins Maximo Perron of Vélez Sarsfield out. Newell Bustos on loan, Morgan Rogers on loan, Josh Wilson Isbran on loan, Liam Dilap on loan, Kaki on loan, Joe Cancelo on loan. Manchester United. Manchester United. All right, let's go. Let's look at Manchester. Marcel Sibatsa. He's on loan at Manchester. He was a player who was at Dortmund that Arsenal was linked to a couple of seasons ago. Good at free kick. So they have him on loan, which is good business for Manchester. They haven't spent any money. You figure that the club is for sale. Jack Butland on loan. Wood Wighurst also on loan. Cristiano Ronaldo is out. He was released. All right. Shola Surety out on loan. Charlie Savage out on loan. Charlie McNeil out on loan. Dishon Bernard, who has Jamaican connections, he's also on loan. Newcastle, they brought in free agent Amadou Diallo, right? Then they also have Garang Cole, right? The outs are Chris Hood, and they have sent out the player Cool on loan. Joe White is also on loan. Neil Brookwell on loan. Dylan Stevenson on loan. Kel Watts on loan. Dan Langley out on loan. John J. Shelby has moved from Newcastle to Nottingham Forest. Let's see what's going on at Nottingham Forest. They have Gustavo Scrappa, who came in from Palmeiras. Felipe from Atletico Madrid. Danielo The midfielder from Palmeiras, Chris Wood from Newcastle, John Joe Shelby from Newcastle, Keylor Navas from PSG. Listen, this is 6 more. Listen, I think Nottingham Forest has now changed their entire squad. I think they have changed their entire squad. Oh, Fresh God is saying, Sebatsa was at Leipzig and not at Dortmund. Okay, all right. Yeah. Nottingham Forest though, several changes to their squad in comparison to the one that got promoted in the EPL. The outs are, so let's see, Josh Bowler, Blackpool, Dale Taylor, Aaron Donley, Atif Konate. All right. Southampton, they have also made massive changes. They lost yesterday to Newcastle in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup, which means that the Newcastle team will play the winner of today's semifinal tie between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Manchester goes into that one with a 3-goal lead. So you suppose that they will be going through. All right. So here we go. So who is in at Newcastle? Mislav Orsic, Dynamo Zagreb, 6 million. Carlos Alcaraz from Racing Club, 12 million. James Bree from Luton Town. Paul Oniachu from Genk, and Kamaldeen Suleimani from Rennes. All right. So who did they release? They released Dinel Simiu on loan, Danny and Londolu to Bolton, Ryan Finnegan went to Crewe on loan, Nico Lawrence to Torquay on loan as well, Will Tissar to Chippenham Town, Kazi Legby to Harrogate. Tottenham Hotspurs, they got Danjuma, who they hijacked late in that move from Villarreal. Brian Gill also comes in from Seville, and Pedro Porro from Sporting Lisbon. But Brian Gill is gone back on loan to Seville. Jed Spence, oh my Lord, he's gone out on loan. He had a torrid time. Arsenal wanted this guy. He chose to go to Spurs, and he can't even get into the team. I wonder if he has any Jamaican connection and would love to come and play for the Reggae Boys. Jed Spence, you look like you're a dread, you know. You would be a good defender at right back in the Jamaica team. Do you have any Jamaican connections? We need to check that out. Harvey White goes out on loan. Matt Dougherty, Atletico Madrid. Oh, he left Tottenham. I didn't even realize that. Oh, my Lord. And he's a right back. His contract was terminated. Adam Hayton, Barnsley. Look at West Ham coming to the end. Luziao from Sao Paulo, undisclosed fee. Right. Danny Ings from Aston Villa. Harrison Ashby from Newcastle. They sent out Thierry Nevers, Bradford. Think that Thierry Nevers has some Jamaican connection. Brian Kinnear, Falkirk. Craig Dawson went to Wolves, and Pierre Ekwa to Sunderland. Darren Randolph to Bournemouth. Connor Coventry to Rotherham. Finally, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers. Matteo Cunha came in from Atletico Madrid on loan with a 44 million obligation to buy. They also got in Mario Lemina from Nice and Pablo Sarabia from the PSG, Craig Dawson from West Ham, Joe Gomez from Flamingo, Dan Bentley from Bristol City, Joe Gomez from Flamingo. They have the name twice. And the outs are Leo Bonatini. He was released. Leonardo Campana. And Carlo Guedes back to Benfica on loan. And Joe Young to Telford on loan. Theo Corber for Armenia Belfield on loan. Fabio Silva goes out on loan. Matija Sarkic goes out on loan. And those are your transfers. All the ins and out for all the teams in the EPL. JPL. Yep. How did your team do? How do you what are your thoughts on your team's business in the transfer window? Big up Demo. People, Demo has no time for football now because regional cricket is going on and the West Indies are about to begin their tour. Well, they began already, but official games are about to begin, and he wants to see if the former England player will balance out things between West Indies and Zimbabwe. So no longer do we have Demo Fabricio giving us transfer news. So man, I'm here furnishing you with all the information you need on transfers in England. All right. So big up. Yes. Demo crying. I guess he's crying because Liverpool didn't do any business. I agree with you, Jason Goon. I think Arsenal, I really would have loved Caicedo to be at Arsenal, but I just don't think he's worth all that money. So I am glad that the deal didn't go through because I just feel like it would have been too much money to spend on him. And when you have Declan Rice coming in this summer, if that really goes through, you have the guy from Spain that they could also get. You have Tillemans, who is also going to be free. And we have long heard that once his contract runs out, he's going to probably join Arsenal. I just feel like it would have been too much, too much money to spend. And so I must give credit to Arsenal for the business that they have done. They got a left-sided defender. They have a left-sided winger in Trossard who can also play on the right or down the middle, right? Reece Nelson is back in training. Jorginho can come in and play in the games in Europe. If he plays in Europe, that means that Thomas Partey can play on Sundays in the league, right? Which I think is a good step. So I think Arsenal did well. I think Manchester United were very smart as well because they didn't really spend any money. They terminated Cristiano Ronaldo's contract and they got in players on loan. And so at the end of the season, they can all go. So I think Manchester United did well in the window. I know that they will be without Christian Eriksen for a while because he picked up an injury. But Sabitzer, I think, is a good enough replacement. Don't know if he's an upgrade to Eriksen, but certainly he will not make it, any worse. Yeah. So yeah. Fresh God is saying that Manchester needed another midfielder to cover for who? Because you have Fred, you have McTominay. So if you bring in a next midfielder, you'll be minimizing the amount of game time those players have. So I don't know that they needed a next midfielder because really after this game today, although they are competing on all fronts, at some point they're going to have to decide what they want to do. But they got in a goalkeeper as well because the Newcastle goalkeeper left. So I think they have done some good business. But I'm not the Manchester United man. Yeah. Oh, McTominay is out as well. I didn't even know that. There you go. Well, maybe they needed someone there. I don't know. I just think Liverpool needed to have done more business. Like, I feel like Liverpool needed a couple of additions in midfield. I think they have good enough cover in defense. I don't know why. Yeah, yes, Peso. We still get to the JPL transfer Pesad. Just for everyone to know that the discussion we had about the under 17 team yesterday, all of those players are the players that made the final cut, and Javin Williams is out of the tournament, right? No, listen, Demo, I said that Liverpool needed to have made a couple of signings in midfield, right? That's where I think they needed to strengthen in this window, because I think they have enough cover in defense. They have Gomez, they have Matip, they have Kanote, they have Robertson, they have Trent, they have Simicas. I don't think they need defenders. I don't think they need players up front, because they have Salah, they have Darwin Núñez, they have Carvalho, they have Cody, Gakpo. So that's what I mean. Yeah, right. And I know people are asking for JPL transfer news. I can only give you. Richard is saying, that FSG don't want to spend. I guess because they're selling the club, right, Richard? Because they're planning on selling which is probably what is happening with Manchester. The people in Manchester didn't want to make major investment, because I feel like Manchester is going to be sold in the summer. And I believe that Liverpool is going to be sold as well. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I think those clubs are going to be sold by the summer. Yeah. Liverpool, you'd have to come and talk to me about that, because I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pin the link and you can come and talk about your club. But JPL news, it has been confirmed that Marquand Aldridge, the former Mullines and JC player, he is at none other than the mighty Mount Pleasant. Yes, I are. Yes, I are. So a couple of the JC and Matthew Ellis. Yes, Matthew Ellis is back at Mount Pleasant as well. So Matthew Ellis is at Mount Pleasant as well. So Matthew Ellis, Marquand Aldridge is at Mount Pleasant. All right, people, please remember to hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not. Like I said, if we get 5 subscribers on the show, we will be past the 5,000 mark. Right? So, but Richard Stewart made a good point, right? Yeah, but John Russell, he needed to have been playing Eagle Republic, because when I checked, he was not getting any game time. He wasn't getting lots of game time. Yeah, so he wasn't getting a lot of game time, and I know that he's on. He if he plays, he's one of those players who could be fighting for the CDM role in the Jamaican team. Yeah, man. So Marquand Aldridge, Shandy James, and Bennett from JC is also at Mount Pleasant, and Matthew Ellis. So we have here the Liverpool man himself, who is going to talk to us about his thoughts on the window for Liverpool.
Morning, man. Big up yourself.
Morning.
Big up everybody in the comment section. My tone depressed, but you know it go already. Listen, it's. I mean, I guess we can say it's a horrible window for us in terms of Liverpool. I know we brought in Gakpo, obviously early on in the window, and that's pretty much what it is. And that's because Luis Diaz hurt, Firmino get hurt, Nunes did hurt. Like we have a lot of injuries up front. We still have a lot of injuries up front, right? And we brought in Gakpo, and it seemed like it was a panic thing, but we work with it because, like I say, we need bodies. Yeah. Apart
Yeah.
from that, I don't know what is happening in terms of what we're doing in training or what we're going, but we have had 79 different hamstring injuries throughout this season. 7-9. Zine, and now Konate is out. Matip
What you said?
is
How many?
7-9.
How many hamstring injuries?
Like hear me say nobody's bad. Like 79. 79 bars. Zine, I'm gonna know. I don't know what's happening, and Konate is the latest one to suffer from that. So the back line obviously need some shoring up as well. So Konate, Matip is only close to returning, I think, but obviously he's not gonna play straight away. Joe Gomez and Nat Phillips are probably the only centre backs that's fully fit, because obviously Van Dijk is out for a prolonged period of time, and so we swear say they might at least try get somebody on loan to try and fill some kind of gap. But it's obviously not happening, and I don't know if expect
Wouldn't it be? I mean, isn't it risky though for you if person is planning on selling the club that they spend money at the same time? Probably that is the difficulty that they face.
Listen, me not really want to get into the business aspect of this. Me as a fan, me not really care about all of that. Like we were in the cup until the other day. We could have obviously win that game with signings. We're still in the Champions League with Real Madrid. Again, that's something we can fight for this season. So I don't care about who are going to sell the club and who are going to go on.
All right. And Jason is reminding you that you brought back Rice.
Yeah, because of the injuries. We have to call back Reece Williams from loan. Nat Phillips was supposed to go and see was supposed to be sold, but because of the injury crisis at the back, we have to keep him. And it just ridiculous, brother. You cannot have all of this injury crisis. And you not even get somebody from loan.
Is it the coach or is it the doctor?
Maybe a mixture of both, because I think we signed on the Arsenal medic, and since we get him, everybody get hurt and can't get fixed. Like, I don't know management. Honestly, it's just very disappointing. We still have hope.
And what I want to ask is that who was available realistically that Liverpool could have purchased that you'd say yes, that's a good one?
As in, like, you really ask that man?
Yeah, in midfield, where would you have found? Because certainly
anybody else. Just call a name. Anybody else, brother. Mr. Bournemouth assign people. Anybody else. But you can't tell me that there is not one midfielder out there who could have come in. There's not one defender out there who could have come in, even upon loan. Like, it's ridiculous. Look what Manchester United do. When Christian Eriksen just got injured a couple days ago. Right away, them know says a long-term injury, boom, Sabitzer on loan. Like, why we can't do something like that? They can't tell me say there's not one person who could have come and help Liverpool on loan, even if anyone buy the man on loan. You put all your eggs in this Jude Bellingham basket, brother. And may I tell you, Jude Bellingham is not going to come in here and fix all of this madness. This is ridiculous. Zine, so crazy. It's just mad. So I don't know. I'm just disappointed in the window. And I still have hopes of the Champions League.
Well,
still.
Jason, Duklan is saying that 79 number needs some context. I don't know what is an unusual amount for clubs.
Yeah, well, I don't know the unusual amount either. I just tell you what it is for my club. You can't go do the research about others. I just tell you what it is for me. I not come here to talk about other clubs.
Okay, and then Jason says Madrid gonna whip you as usual.
First of all,
that's a non-starter.
First of all, Madrid whip us in finals. This is a two-legged tie. One of them at Anfield, so you never can tell what can go on.
You don't
So,
know what can go. So you think this, given all that you have just said, you
yeah.
believe that this Liverpool team can still beat this flying Madrid right now?
Well, so here's my thing, man. Is
All
man.
the injuries that you have.
Yeah, I know. But for some reason, and I mean, people can say it, not just Liverpool fans. For some reason, we in Europe just have something different. Even this season with all where go on, like we just seem fair play better in the Champions League than what's happening in the league. And so, me never go right off Liverpool in a Champions League for no until them knock we out. Me not right off Liverpool at all. It is just different for us in Europe, especially at Anfield.
Yeah. And then Richard Stewart is saying right here, he says Liverpool needs to hire Ben Patrick as their strength and conditioning coach. This guy will
Who's that?
bulletproof their legs. No, I don't know. I don't
Wait,
know.
where
I don't know who
from?
Ben Patrick is. Yeah, I don't know. Richard Stewart.
Yeah, tell him to tell
I
us who
think
that
he's a
person is.
Liverpool fan, though, you know.
Yeah, but I don't know that Ben Patrick person.
Oh, Crazy RTV says Madrid is not flying right now. Where Madrid isn't Madrid in the top three, sir, in La Liga right now?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know about flying still, but you know, you hear me say Liverpool is a different animal in a Champions League. Well, so are they. So me can't even put my eggs in that because when it comes to Champions League, they're good as well.
Yeah, that's the truth. They're a team that are built for the Champions League, just like Liverpool.
Them know
That's
for
where
win.
they bring out their best. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, me just a hope. Like, me not even know. Like, if we're going into that game with because Konate are gonna miss even the first leg. They're saying he's going to miss the first leg up to the first leg of the Champions League, right? And he has been one of our better players throughout this season. We're going into that game with Nat Phillips and Joe Gomez in a boss. Yes, we yes, we will bet
So
to
what
Joe
happened to
Gomez.
Canote? He's injured again.
That may I tell you, boss. The man get injured in the Brighton game, Zine, and he's going to be out
Yeah.
for the next couple weeks, missing the first leg of the Champions League game.
Oh,
And
Richard
Joe
Stewart is saying
Gomez
that Ben-
farm.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
Richard Stewart is saying that Ben Patrick is the hottest strength coach in the US.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like, I don't know which position you play, man, but may I tell you right now, the way how Joe Gomez a play, you could have played defense to Liverpool right now. That's how bad the man form is. Danny Welbeck flicked the ball over the man, they did not brighten, the first leg, and score.
Yeah. Wow.
Danny Welbeck. And then the man come again and me too, I juggle the ball pass the man in the box and I keep up and I juggle the ball and score. Like,
I don't know what you guys have done to Brighton, but it seemed like every time you meet Brighton, it don't look pretty at all.
Yeah, we wanna beat them this season. I think the first game we played was 3-3 at Anfield.
Yeah.
And then them beat with the other two times. I don't know, boss. I give up in the I don't want to finish in Europe, but more win the Champions League.
Jason is saying that you could have gone back and gotten Genie.
Who? Genie foot no broke out long, boss. Genie not playing no football. Remember, I missed the World Cup because him did have, I think him foot the break or something like that.
Listen, Data Boss is saying Chelsea will win the Champions League. If Chelsea
Oh my gosh.
put this team together and win the Champions League, Harry Potter deserves credit because
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, remember, of all the players that they have bought in January, only 3 can be registered, for Champions League, The rest of them can't play Champions League. Yeah, that's the rule.
Oh,
You can only add 3 transfer players to your Champions League list in January.
Mm-hmm.
So if they add Joe Felix and Enzo,
Yeah.
only one other player can
And
be added.
probably Modric.
Yeah. So nobody else that they have added can play. So Fafan and those guys would not be able to play.
Yeah, I think they were looking to loan him back out, but it never worked out.
So I don't know.
Who Chelsea have no what they mean Dartman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean them can beat Dartman. They
All
should
I know
beat
is that-
Dartman.
You think so?
Yeah, man, Dartman can't defend Mannings, man. The one Anybody and
Can Chelsea
anybody's score
defend?
on that, man.
Can Chelsea score goals?
With these Modric and thing, yeah.
Modric and thing. Give me the thing. Modric. Modric don't score a lot of goals in it. He plays on the wings. He assists a lot
No
of
man,
goals.
but his creativity will add a lot to Chelsea. But think the man score some goal with Modric.
And who is going to put the ball in the back of the net?
The man, them
They
have
can they defend well.
The man, them have Aubameyang, man, and Havertz and them, man.
Oh Jesus. You want to say Obama young man?
Yeah, but
The man asking me who name Harry Potter. All right, Graham Potter, crazy yard the TV. Graham Potter. All right, boss.
yeah, man. So we just look forward to that season. If you want to go out to the Champions League, me not really watch no more football. Me give up. So if we don't win it, that's it for me. Me can't bother.
Okay.
But if you look on my status right now on WhatsApp, there's a stat. I think
Yeah.
not last season. The season before when we had all those injuries at centre back, we play like 25 different centre back pairings that season. When Alice scored the goal, you remember? You remember the season?
Yeah.
We were pretty much in this.
For Champions League, he scored that header.
Yeah.
Was it
like the
for
second
Champions
game
League?
to
Yeah.
last. Like we were in the same position at this stage in that season, like 10 points off, like everything did kind of similar, very similar, right?
Well,
and we came back.
That is what Data Boss is saying. He says last time we won the Champions League with a lesser squad.
Yeah, but I'm saying to qualify, we were in the same exact position, right? And so a lot of people are clinging towards that hope and stuff because we had the same injury crisis and the same points difference and whatever. And we think we went on like a 10-game unbeaten run to get in at the top 4 and qualify, and we made 3rd. But the thing is, this season everybody else gets stronger, so it can't go be the same like 2 seasons ago. But when we did it and we qualified 3rd, the next season after that we went on, which was last season, and challenged for all 4 trophies, played every single game in the season, and you know what happened. So we can cling on to that little hope as Liverpool fans, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, what's the score in the Jamaica game?
Let me tell you right now. Jamaica have them 50 for 3.
Okay.
Jamar Hamilton batting and somebody named Hodge. Yeah, Jamaica dominate the game.
All right. Respect, Dim. I know you're on the job, so thanks for stopping by. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
respect. All right, so that's it. The Liverpool fan, real fan of Liverpool. That's Dima right there. All right, not that the others of you are not real fans of Liverpool. I like Duckland statement. He said Todd Bowley building the tower of It's a lots of confusion. Everybody speaking a different language. Oh my Lord. Sorry, Graham Potter. I feel it for him. I hope he can get it right though. But at some point, but you know what? What I think the problem is going to be for these players is that if I were a player, I would not want to be in a situation where I have an 8-year contract with a team. Saying year 4, I want to leave. I am stuck. I can't go anywhere. And that is the problem I have with these long things. The other thing is, on the other hand, if any of these players don't live up to expectations, it's going to be so hard for Chelsea to get rid of them because they're on salaries. So those 2 issues are a problem. All right. But let me just, I see Real Madrid, they're buying a next player from the USA. I see Real Madrid is finally in the US 4.5 purchase of 21-year-old LA Galaxy right back, Julian Araujo. Julian was born in California, has just played for both the US and Mexico as a junior player. Yeah, I saw that breaking news as well. Yeah, you said that's a marriage, yeah. Because after 4 years, Fresh God, listen to this, all right? So after 4 years, say that Enzo Fernandez drops our form completely. What are they going to do? You have this long contract. He's not obligated to leave. All right? What if after 4 years, right, he wants to leave and go to Barcelona, Real Madrid? He's stuck. Well, somebody's saying it is Real Madrid. Maybe it is being hijacked. Eagle Republic. Some people are saying it is Barcelona that he's going. Letterbox says wrong news. No, normally, if Eagle Republic says it, it is right. Right? He's rarely wrong on his stats, right? So careful now how you challenge Eagle Republic, All right. Let me give you some transfer news. Some more transfer news in the JPL. Because we have to keep on promoting and looking at what is happening in the JPL. All right. So Mullines, they have acquired the services of the former two Arnett Gardens player, Steve Clark and Maximus Davis, the goalkeeper. So those two players have moved from Arnett Gardens, and they have moved to Mullines, right? And they also, and this is what I was saying that is going to happen to the teams in Kasafa. So many of the teams in Kasafa are losing players because they are not playing any football, and the players want to play at the highest level, especially with a new national coach looking at local players. So Jay McBean and Tajay Andrews from Real Mona, they have also moved to Mullines. All right. And Mullines also lost Kemoy Phillips and Shaquille Notice. Those two players have gone to Veer. Jonathan Campbell and O'Dane Williams, Dijon Grant, those three have moved to the Chapelton Maroons. Marquand Aldred to Mount Pleasant. All right, the deal was hijacked at the last moment. I heard that the man was on the causeway to Portmore, and he was called, and he came off the causeway and he came on the highway to St. Anne. So Marquand Aldridge was on his way to Dunby Holden, but he at the last moment, Mount Pleasant calls. And when Mount Pleasant calls, very few players turn down the call. But this is, I am telling you, so they have brought in Atafari, Bygrave, Niku Daly, Marquand Aldridge, Shandy James, and what's that player called? Bennett that played for JC, the midfielder, but he was at Mount Pleasant before. But I'm not surprised that Marquand would have gone to Mount Pleasant, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the head coach of St. George's, the head coach of Jamaica College, Davian Ferguson, is at Mount Pleasant. And they have a high level of respect for him. He's a very good what we call it now? People person. So the players from JC would want to be where he's at. And obviously he's there. Marquand is going to get game, right? And he's going to get money, which is, I think, is the most important thing of all. When you see the youngsters making these moves, it means that they have put off their going to school or college thing to play professionally. So Marquand Aldridge is now headed to Mount Pleasant. So it will be interesting to see how he and Shandy James and Niku Daly, Atafari, Bygrave, and Bennett all integrate into this Mount Pleasant side. So they have also lowered their age group. Well, yeah, Mount Pleasant moving like Chelsea. But remember that the owner, Mr. Gould, when he was on the program, he was part of the leadership of Chelsea. Right before he came and took over the reins at Mount Pleasant. Milton Brooks also, he has left Mullines and he has moved to True Juice, right? Duckland, this is a good question. I will ask this question of the. I'd love to find out. It's a very good question. I know you ask it in jest, Duckland, but it is a very serious question. Is there a limit, Brian? You are probably more averse with these things. Is there a limit to the amount of monies that teams can spend in the JPL? Is there any limits? Oh, there you go. He says those rules don't. So there's no financial fair play rule in the JPL. Okay, there you go, Duckland. So the question has been answered. You want them to ask it in jest. So, well, you have got the answer. Even Jason said he doubted. Man is the only organization that has any form of transfer rules in Jamaica is the JCA or the Jamaica Cricket Association. Okay. Also, the Haile Selassie player, you'll probably see the Haile Selassie player Joshua Duar as part of the Moline squad in the JPL as well. Very good player from Haile Selassie. He's part of the under-17 team there down at Molines, and he will be part of the senior setup there. Yeah, so, I mean, those are some of the moves, some of the late moves in the window. Answer window. Come on, people, hit the like button, please. Yeah, show us some love. Again, we if we get 5 subscribers today, then we will be past 5,000, right? And that will be a big mark for us. So help us to get past that. All right. And he says, according to the Jamaica Cricket Association, only 6 transfer can occur per window. Only 3 players can leave and 3 can enter. All right. And this one says, I think they would allow Mount Pleasant to inject all cash possible to buy the league if it helps the other clubs financially. Okay, I see what you mean, Jason. There is some sense in that. Now, there was a press conference today. There was a press conference today, as you all know, for the U17 final squad or final team, right? No, what are you talking about? Crazy Yardie TV. Eagle Republic. The people are saying that the information that you posited about the player going to Real Madrid, it is inaccurate. The player is going to Barcelona. But Eagle Republic, man is saying that I am going to trust that you are presenting the correct information. Yeah, Malachi Douglas, we have that already. Malachi Douglas, we did say that Malachi Douglas and a few of the other Clarendon College players, including Hodges, they are at Dunby Holden. Yeah, man. Yo, Hyatt, where you going with, man? Hyatt, I hear that you get a lot of young players over there, man. Damian Hyatt is the goalkeeper down there at Dunby Holden. I think he has the most clean sheets. I've been doing that for quite a while now. Yeah. Travis Pessel, what's going on down at your Falklands and your Mobile United teams? Big up. Sir Miller in the building says, yes, I believe that most of the boys should be playing our Premier League from Manning and the Costa Cup to gain experience. It's the only way more players are going to develop individually in a good system. Yeah, but what the clubs will tell you that they don't have a spot on the team. They have to come and play for the game. Yeah. Fabiki Farkison, yeah, we did do that one already. He went to Veer on loan from Molines, and Andre Fletcher is also back at Waterhouse from not from Mount Pleasant, right? So both of those players, Fabiki Farkison and Andre Fletcher, one to Waterhouse and one has gone back to Veer. All right. So I'm going to give you some more information here. So let me give you the under 17 squad. We did go through it yesterday for those of you who would have missed it. All right. Rob Simit asks too, why is Daly, I think he's talking about Nicky Daly, back in Jamaica? Why is Busy and King still in Jamaica? He's a rich. Hey, where is Rich? Where is Sir Richard? You need to come and you need to come and answer this one, you know. Yeah. All right. So why? I think Nick by I don't know, by mutual consent his contract was terminated. So he's just resetting. Because he's I think 22 years old. So I think he's just here resetting. You see this happening, even the young player, Krista J. Daly. Krista J. Daly is also back in Jamaica. And so sometimes the players, whatever contract they have overseas, it just didn't work out. They have to come back, start playing some football, get going again, and then look for a next contract. That's it. And with King and Busy, I think if these guys don't leave Jamaica by the summer, the window is going to close on them. They need to find a way. Either they need to change their agents or something, or if they don't have agents, they need to find agents. But they cannot continue in the JPL. No. So Krista J. Daly, who is now back at Harborview, he's back in Jamaica because he picked up a serious injury and did surgery. So he's doing his recovery in Jamaica. So as soon as he's fully recovered, then you'll probably see him back in Europe. Yes, Alex Marshall is at Portmore United. Yeah. So the under 17 team, we like I said, we did give you the list of players, but for those of you who missed it yesterday, Tawayne Lynch, goalkeeper, Joshua Grant, goalkeeper. All right, you have Ayer Dixon, defender, Alex Xavier Gooden, defender, Malik Robinson, defender, Adrian Reed is a midfielder, Malachi Molina, defender, Nashawn Bolt, Barrett. You have Brandon Bent, defender, Ronaldo Barrett, midfielder, Jason White, midfielder, Jordan Mangatal, midfielder, Everard Swaby, midfielder, Jamali Bell, striker, Dunstan Cohen, striker, Orion Watson, striker, Nicholas Simmons, striker, Adrian Mahoney, striker, Ashton Garden, and Dylan John. Those are the 20 players who will be representing Jamaica at the CONCACAF Youth Under 17 qualifiers. Yeah. No, when the coach spoke, he said at the press conference, so he did explain, you know, many people were saying that he didn't have a plan. I made sure I asked that question to get some clarity, and he actually explained it. He spoke more directly to what he meant, which is part of it. He 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 explained what he explained what he meant and clarified what he meant about the whole system and plan and why he cannot disclose everything that they are doing and stuff. The question was asked about the readiness of the team. He says he believes that the team is ready. They have everything that they need. There's nothing that would hinder or prevent them. They have everything he believes they have, though they'll be missing one of their key players. There is adequate replacement in the team. He said he did watch some stuff on Cuba, Guatemala, Guadeloupe, yeah, and Costa Rica. When asked about, you know, the different position and in the group and how those things would work out, the coach said that their objective is to top the group, and if they can't top the group, they have other plans that they will not disclose. So I guess that is suggesting that they are going to play based on who they want to play if they don't top the group, to create a path to qualification. Those are some of the key points in the interview. It was Vassar Reynolds was there, who kind of gave the names of the players, and Dennis Chung was earlier in it talking about FIFA coming to train the staff at the JFF in certain things, administrative stuff. So it was a very good press conference, very brief press conference, very direct question from the journalists who were present at the press conference. The numbers were significantly lower for this press conference than the others. Yeah, so but good press conference, very precise. Like I said, for me, and I'll say this again, I want the team to qualify, because I believe when we qualify, we would have greater access to more players to further enhance quality of the team, and that would be good for us. So I want the team to qualify, because if the team qualifies, there are more players, and then we could see again like the Zach Lovelace getting his paperwork, Gavin Williams returning, and all of that. No. He also spoke about the fact that some of the practice games, there were 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds playing against adults, which is what I've been saying. So it's very hard to judge the quality of the team, good or bad, because they are not playing in their age group. They are playing with teams. They are playing with teams that are in longer preparation time and better physically prepared than them, and they haven't been embarrassed, right? So that is it. They are of the 20-man squad, 7 of the players in it. Some people are saying that, like Ricardo Gardner's son, people are saying that the reason why he was in the squad is because his father is a this, and because his father former reggae boy. He didn't make the final 20. All right. So like those things we need to, yeah. He didn't make the final 20. So sometimes we just have to wait, because what happened, we say things and then what we say don't happen. Like many people were talking, although I believe that Che is a very good player, many people were talking about him and him being in the team and that he's only here because of his father. And now he's not in the squad. He's not in the squad. So what are we going to say now? Yeah. And there are only two Garvey Marseille players who have made the final cut. Yeah. I'm checking. Yeah. There you go. Only two players from Garvey Marseille made the cut. Big up Kingley. All right. Sir Tyrell, I pinned the link. Can you call in? Can you come on? I want to ask you something. You're a former referee. I think you still officiate. There was a game in Jamaica between Harborview and Arnett Gardens. This is a referee. Okay. With them at Barnet. All right. So there was a game, right? People will soon come back to the rest of the comments, but I have to talk to the referee. Where the Harborview team got a goal kick. The goalkeeper spot the ball. The center back was walking up the pitch. The keeper was trying to kick the ball long, and it hit him. It hit the defender in the back and went into the goal. I need you to tell me what the rule says. Coach Minzy can explain it, but some people probably more. So tell me. Yeah. Talk to me. Dean Fraser, when I said so, and the other question I want to ask, and maybe I can call in. Oh, your coach is this. The other question I want to, coach is this. Hello, Sir CD.
Well, go on, man. Is that here, man?
Yeah, hearing you now. Yeah. So only two, I was just saying only two players from Garvey Marseille is on the team.
Well, look at
Finally.
me,
And you're not hearing me?
so like, well, look, this
Check.
so not come true.
Oh, I don't, we got, I don't know if you want to probably try sign out and sign back in and see if it will make a difference. So Sir Tyrell, if you can answer that, I'd appreciate it. The other thing I want to ask, and I will ask Coach Minzy when he comes on, and what I want to ask him is, if the Jamaica team choose to play a particular way so that they can meet a particular team, is that match fixing? Is that match fixing? So the coach decide, listen, if we finish second, we're going to play the United States. Let's avoid them, right? Let's avoid the United States in this round. So instead of winning this game, if we draw this game, we are going to qualify and play, as an example, and this is hypothetically speaking, Suriname. Is that match fixing? Oh, so Coach Tyrrell, listen, I have the link pinned, right? Or you see the number right here? You can call it. There was a game in the JPL where the goalkeeper get the goal kick. When he was kicking out the goal kick, it hit his teammate in the back and went into the goal. The referee said that was no goal. What does the rule say about it? So you can either call in or you can join the stream and speak to it. No, man, he's not calling that match fixing. Fixing he's talking about is a different thing, Tyrrell. So, Coach means. Hello.
Yeah, mornings. Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man. Long time we are here, man. Loud and clear. You hear it now?
Yeah, man. Me I hear loud now.
Yeah. Yeah, so talk to me. You were at the press conference, Coach. What is your thoughts on the press conference? On this particular press conference?
Not a bad press conference, but we still have problem with the issue. Them have internet issue. The sound, the sound kind of still distorted, so that needs to be worked on as well. All in all, I think the coach answered the questions well. Not sure if everybody is in agreement with everything that he says, but I mean, it sounds as if the team is very good because good players are out, and then you have good backup or people to shore up the defense. They're working on getting the ball in the final third to score a goal. It seems like they have everything under control.
Yeah. All right. So I was making mention that he did say their objective is to top the group, right? I don't know if you heard this, but he says our objective is to top the group. But if we don't top the group, we know what we'll have to do. And I will not say it publicly, right? To determine where we will go. Basically, that's what he said. He said our first objective is to top the group. But if we can't top the group, whatever they are going to do, they will not say it publicly, but they have a plan, basically. Is that match fixing?
Match the play, they can't fix it.
So as I said.
But I mean, it could be many things on the manins. I don't know. I can't attribute it to match fixing. I don't know the relationship with them and the other team. So I can't say it. I can't say if it is match fixing. It can be going down that pathway, but I don't know.
So your school is you're in the primary school competition your side, right? The top team is Nagozed Primary, all right? And you know that if you finish third, it is first versus third, so you'll play Nagozed. Whatever you do, you're going to be in the semifinal. But you can draw the game, and finish fourth and avoid Nagozed, right? Avoid Nagozed in the semi, so you meet them in the final in a one-off game. It's not like you go and talk to the other team. You just tell your team, say, listen, let's play conservative and just don't lose this game. You don't need to go and score goals and stuff, but just don't concede. And we play for the draw. I don't think that is match fixing. I think that is being smart.
It's a strategy you're employing so that you can have the best coming out of your team. It can be attributed to match fixing still. Well, depend upon the definition of match fixing. But I think it's more of a strategy in order to get the team to advance or to play a weaker opponent, so your trajectory is going to be an easier one than a tougher one.
All right, I'm going to make it easier for both of us because you're a track and field coach, and part of sometimes is determine what heat you running what heat you're running in the semifinal and who you meet, right? So you know that if you finish second, you're probably running a particular heat and get a particular lane. So if you choose to run and not win your heat, but just qualify, are you fixing the race?
No, because and that's why I say it's hard to attribute it to match fixing when it's a strategy you employ in order to get the best out of yourself. So if you're qualifying a tracks, you don't need to kill up yourself. Top 2 qualify, you don't have to win.
Yeah.
So if top 4 qualify from a football group, you always want to win. Don't get me wrong, you always gonna want to win. But if needs be, and what if you have a niggle in track and field? You don't want to take it easy so you can qualify. In football, suppose you want to top the group, and if you top the group, you're going to play a lesser opponent. You play towards that. If that not happen, you're going to try to finish second in the group. You're going to try to finish third. But you don't want to give away everything so much that you might reach in a spot where you might not qualify none at all because you want to play the second team or you want to play the third team, so to speak. So, I mean, it's a strategy, and people employ strategy in sport in order to advance. So match fixing is when you collude with a team, another team, or players from the other team to say, all right, we're going to do this at this particular juncture, and you have to pay me in order to do that. So that may attribute match fixing to.
All right. I think Ian, I don't know if this is Ian Campbell's definition or it's the actual definition. He says, match fixing is when the outcome of a match is in organized sports has been manipulated. The reason for fixing a match includes ensuring a certain team advances or gambling. So, if it is, that's not like a match. Based on Ian Campbell's definition, if
so
this
that
is,
just say, man, match fixing include you and somebody from another team make some agreement to do this at a particular time in order, and you have to pay me for me to do that, and that will basically affect the outcome of the game. So that is match fixing, of course. So Ian definition can hold ground.
okay, so but if I just talk to my own team and don't engage the opponent, it can't be match fixing because it's not organized.
No, it's not organized. So if me talk to my team and say, all right, charges, there's a possibility that we might not win the group, but the worst we want to come in this group is second. So we go out against that team, whatever. Are your own strategy you employ internally? Match fixing now when you go across the border, you transcend the border of your team, and you go in our next team, 2 persons talk, say 2 coaches talk and say, all right, do this to me now, because I want to top the group, I want to qualify. That's going to be match fixing because you're fixing the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
By manipulating it.
Yeah. Reggae Boy is coming to saying that so if Meron Garden wants to finish third, that is not match fixing.
It cannot be match fixing.
Yeah. All right. And then the referee has spoken, Coach Minzy. So this is what the referee, we're just going between these two topics, people, right? So the referee, Carl Tyrrell, who is a FIFA official, says, the ball is in play when it is kicked and moves. So to answer your question, the goalkeeper kicked the ball in his teammate's back, who was outside the goal area. Technically, it's a goal. This is a referee answer. So he says, I am not aware of the build-up to that play, so I cannot say definitively that the goal should have stood.
All right, the referee spoken, but yes, for what me know, I'm why well, the referee is supposed to hear me. Can you score a goal from a back kick on yourself, even if it hit off your own player? That's what I ask.
Can you score? So he's also a teacher, you know, so him same day of class. But please answer this one before you go. Can you score a goal from a back kick, if it's off of your what do you call it? Is it a goal kick? Same thing.
All right, it's a goal kick, right? From what we understand from the rule, man, you cannot score on yourself from a goal kick, right? So if you kick the ball, yeah, me understand the part. So once the ball is moving, touch and move forward, then it is in play. Can you still score it on yourself, even if it hit off your teammate?
Yeah.
So that me want to know.
Yeah. All right.
Because it goes back down to interpretation of the rule, you know.
Okay. He's answering. All right. So let me hear what Simon. Badger said, yeah, man, it is Coach Minzy. I know you don't expect him to be on these platforms. The man, Coach Minzy, when the man them here now, them surprised, you know, because they see a thing global. Them don't expect to hear.
You're going on, Badger.
We think we need to plan a demonstration and go up to the coach's desk, you know, because we don't understand what go on, you know, because, you know, one Manchester man out and next Manchester man in, you know, big, you know, we have got hijack the move like Chelsea. But
Propaganda. But you really have mentioned Chelsea in your forum, brother.
Well, I'll show you a picture of Chelsea with the people them sent me. So if management takes a goal kick and the ball hits Coach Minzy and go in the goal, that's a goal. All right? Yeah,
Are we on the same team? Are we on the same team? Or that the Simon need to make distinctly clear, you know?
Are we on the same team, Simon? All right? So the referee, right. So what they're saying, Coach Minzy, is that if I take the back kick as a goalkeeper, and if I take the back kick as a goalkeeper and it goes into the goal directly from me, it's not a goal. But if it touches one of my players, it is, I'm thinking that is what they're saying. I think they're saying that is where it is a goal, right? Because, all right, so here's what the rest says. Yes, you can, but the ball has to leave the goal area, the 6 yard, and touch a second player. So you cannot turn around and kick it in your goal and it is given. But if it goes out of the 6 yard box and hit your player in his back and goes into the goal, yeah. Right. And then Simon goes on and says, if management takes a goal kick and the ball goes in the opposition net. Oh, no, man, I understand because it's an indirect. So if I take the goal kick.
No, man, that is a goal, man.
No, man, I cannot score from a goal kick directly. I can, when a keeper kick out the ball, that can score directly, but I cannot kick a goal kick and score directly, you know. It has to touch somebody because it's an indirect kick. So I cannot kick the goal kick directly into the opponent goal. It's not given. That is why if I kick it directly into my own goal, it cannot be given. But if it
it can't be given.
Right, because it's an indirect. But if it touches an ex-player, including one of my teammates, it should be given as a goal. Because it's the indirect, because normally when a goal kick, the referee put up his hand, right?
Yeah. So based on what happened the other night, then it tells me then that the referee, given the circumstances, probably wasn't ready for the goal kick to be taken. That's how we can attribute it. Because she ordered the goal kick to be retaken, right?
Yeah, because that's what everybody was saying. Like,
obviously she wasn't ready then. That's how I think.
Okay. Somebody saying that she put some spice in the match here, man, because the match was hard to watch. All right. Okay, so you're saying that you'd come on.
So you see what the referee say, you can't score directly from a goal kick, man. I'm not telling you, man.
No, man, you can't.
Yes. You can.
No, you can't.
Yes.
No, you cannot be offside from it, you know, but you can't score
directly. The goalkeeper can't kick your ball from field goal in a goal, brother.
No, man. No, yes, when the goalkeeper has the ball in his hand, like, you know, when a keeper collect the ball, Because the ball is still direct play. He can kick that, but you cannot score a goal kick directly because the referee normally has up his hand saying indirect. So somebody else must touch it. So
No, Mannings, it's not an indirect.
yes.
Goal kick is an indirect kick.
Huh?
Check the answer there again. A goal kick is an indirect kick.
All right, let's use the old saying because I think we get confused now. Normally, a man say a back kick. A back kick is when the ball goes out and you spot it at the edge of the 6-yard box, right? You know, when you put the ball at the edge of the 6-yard box to restart the game, that is what we call a back kick, right? A back kick.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. Now listen.
All right, a back kick or a goal kick. Whenever that is happening, the referee normally puts up his hand before that kick is taken because it's an indirect kick. Because it's an indirect kick, somebody else must touch it outside of the kicker for it to be given as a goal. But the one that the keeper catches, say a corner comes in and the keeper say, keeper, and goes up and collect that. That is not a back kick, you know. That is still the ball in play. So the keeper, what? The keeper can kick that straight into the opponent goal. So somebody else said, everybody must say the whole way wrong here, man. It must say, hey, listen, everybody in the comment section and everybody on the panel wrong. So we need a referee to come and clarify. Coach means to find the rule here, man. Wicked man, Chris.
Let's find the rule, man.
All right.
Law 13, you know.
Read. All right. So find the rule. Let me hear what Wicked man Chris have said and then read the rule, Coach Minzy.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Coach, what go on?
My day, I know, Chris. You're turn celebrity.
The school now, man.
Bro, what do you miss? Yeah, come from Manning's band. You're turn celebrity now.
No, watch a compound thing. We are forward.
Yo, English language me speaking, brother.
Manning's
English
one
language me
one.
speak.
Yeah, the referee is saying that we must read law 16.
All right, watch your style. Remember, gentlemen, you see that it is how you interpret the rule, Zin?
No, man, it can't be how you interpret the rule, man.
No, that is what a referee does. They must use for them discretion to interpret the rule. So I remember them. These are the more technical side, you know. So if me not go remember the technical part, rule 16, paragraph 85, verse 37, you know, you have to, FIFA say the referee have to use them discretion while interpreting the rule. Me not go say she right, you know. But in that moment, how she interpreted.
All right, stop. Hold on.
Me here to whistle me here watching the match, you know. So
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. According to law 16, Mannings, man, and viewers and subscribers.
Yes.
A goal kick. So law 16 have to do with the goal kick, right? A goal kick is awarded when the whole of the ball passes over the goal line, which is the same thing as the back line.
Yeah.
On the ground or in the air.
Yeah.
Having last touched a player of the attacking team and a goal is not scored. Listen. A goal may be scored directly from a goal kick, but only against the opposing team. If the ball directly enters goal, a corner kick is awarded to the opponent. What you say about that?
All right. So two things. All right. So that correct what I was saying and me what I was saying wrong, which is that for me to score the goal kick, somebody have to touch it. So that part is right. So, but with it, what happened if the goalkeeper kicked the ball in the goal, in his own goal, it's a corner kick, not a goal.
Right.
But because it touched somebody else now, because now it's not directly, it is indirectly that it went into the goal, it should have been given as a goal. You understand?
So that's why I said the mitigating circumstances would have been what the the referee decides. Was she ready for the kick to be taken? Was she doing something else? And the player went ahead and kicked the ball. That's all me I said in terms of.
Coach Menzi, me hear 2 whistling. So but when them show it on the feed, she was running back to talking to somebody. Then she go back to the goalkeeper and put a whistle and say, "On my whistle, on my whistle." So I heard two blows of the whistle. Man did say that.
Okay,
Man said in the ear.
All right, Coach
Everybody
Minzy,
said
you were at the game. You heard 2 whistles?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not here. I will whistle me here at the game.
All right.
But if on the play still, me never hear 2 whistles. But apparently, look like she never heard it still.
So all right, so fine. She did not. She said it's not a goal. Why she didn't give the corner kick?
Because she never heard it.
Because she never heard it, so she asked it to be retaken.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, man. Respect, Simon. Unseen, welcome to the show as well.
Yeah, man. Big up, everybody.
Unseen, are you send me this picture?
Which picture?
Let me see if I can find it. Come here, I wonder why you'd send me a picture like this. So I need you to explain it to me, because I don't know why that picture.
This picture. No, let me say that.
Yeah?
That.
Isn't that the Chelsea new first team coach, man? It's a take over London. You see it long?
We're on holiday now with Chelsea.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure that is that you said it. Yeah. All right, so I think we have answered that. Eagle Republic is correcting data boss. You were correct. He says update on Julian Araujo won Barcelona countered with a €6 million plus add-ons. Julian is now an official Mexico player, even though he was born in the US. He filed a switch.
Anyways, man, in back running also. We link up a little bit.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, big up, coach.
Yeah,
coach, we have got to call you Sir Minzy now. We have got to take off the coach off your name now. Our Professor Minzy.
Professor Minzy.
No, call him Ref Minzy.
A long time me a professor, man. So I don't know, but me like the coach name. So
when the man the right petition, when time you make it in a certain race, man. Now man, so the rules are right, not that, Article this and article that,
Hey, Mannings.
Yes, all right, Coach Minzy, look later. Yeah, well. Go ahead.
May I say coach organize match YouTubers versus commentators, So they must say that them want on the side, Them know unseen a bug keeper.
On the side line.
Unseen
bug keeper.
They said 1997, the law was amended to allow goals from a goal kick. Laws are amended yearly, so it is important that we stay up to date on the law. All right. So the other thing I want to ask, because part of this law also said that you cannot be offside from a goal kick. All right. I need the referee to tell me if that's law still. I don't know if it is still part of the law 16. Coach Minzy, do you tell your players that when there's a goal kick, they can't be offside? Are you aware of that? In Unseen Sports TV, our coach Tyrell, has that changed?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you're a coach and you're supposed to know the rule.
You're not coach though?
Huh?
I don't know if it changed.
Sir Tyrell, the number is, you see this, there's a 373 number right here. You see it goes across on the banner. You can text that number, man, and we'll reach out to you. But can you please also let me know, can a player be offside from a goal kick? Can a player be offside from a goal kick? Big up Coach Boris Johnson. Yeah. Can a player be offside from a goal kick?
Hold on. When you say goal kick, you mean in terms of the ball go out, then spot it,
yeah, but can you be offside from that?
I'm not
Because
sure.
when I used to play, I was told that you can't. So one of the things they used to do, that is how you would get the teams to be deep, because the further into their half you go, okay, somebody, Romar Garden is saying that no, he can't. There you go. So you can't be offside from a goal kick either.
I'm not so
That we know.
sure.
That we know. When if the rule change, that we know.
Huh?
They can't be. They can't be
Remember,
outside.
as Simon say, rules are amended every year, so we don't know.
You don't know if it change, yeah.
Me know say for throws, you can't offside. If you hide back at the keeper while him have the ball for out it, you can't offside. That me know for sure. But as far as that, me not quite sure
The
about that.
rule them change so quick, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and seeing we're talking about some of the we're talking about the under 17 team, and the just we are in a group with Costa Rica, with Cuba, and with Guadeloupe.
Someone is man, you have to tell me a lot because most of what you know I don't know. So
You don't know the group that we are in?
You were in the press conference. No, based on the press
Right.
conference. So I don't know. So you have to tell me about that.
All right. So this one says, the rule has not changed. A goal kick and throw in offside is impossible. Okay. Ah. I knew.
I tell them to Simon a big baller and them think a joke thing.
So Simon is a big baller. Oh,
Simon can play centre back beside him.
No, hold on.
No.
Well, all right, let's pause and slow down. Simon said Coach Carl Tyrrell was his coach, He didn't say his football coach, It could be his table tennis coach or his track and field coach.
I'm grasshopper catching
or
coach.
his basketball coach. So he needs to explain, right? what sporting discipline he used to coach him in. Because Carl Tyrrell is a management who he played some Dakar Cup, you understand me? So maybe he's a football coach. All right, so you cannot be outside from a goal kick, a corner kick, or a throw-in. You can't be outside from a corner kick. No.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not really so sure about that. Again, a long time.
All right, sorry, boss. Don't style it. The man is a baller, sir. So Coach Tyrrell, you need to tell me, how good was Simon?
Better than Unseen.
The man who said that Unseen can't save a file. He Unseen.
Hey, at least him better than MG. MG a kick a ball when you have a goal and a throw kick it for.
The one says, Reggae boy Justin McMaster broke my record in private school league. He made his debut at 13 while I was 14. Okay, all right.
Bro, I wanted to know none of the YouTube bloggers and
all right, Mr. Speed is saying Tyrrell is correct. Mr. Speed, all right, why wasn't the goal awarded in the game between Harborview and Arnett Gardens? Yeah. Walk.
Yeah, walk.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you some stuff about the U17, but yeah. I just wanted to tell me. I mean, we have 3 teams come out of each zone. We are in a zone with Cuba, Costa Rica, and Guadeloupe. The coach said that he has seen some clippings of games and stuff. So what do you believe that will come out of the group, and how far do you think this team will advance? Because the coach said he has a quality team, though Javin Williams, one of his better defenders, will not be there. He believed that they have been adequately prepared and everything. He also kind of stated that everything that they needed has been provided. Javin Williams has a let me tell you what it is. Serious knee injury. So let me it's not good. And my understanding is that after the schoolboy season was finished, because Javin is somebody that I know, he started playing volleyball.
Okay, so what about mash up knee
So
now?
yeah, because you finish playing schoolboy football after a rigorous season, and then you go and play anterior cruciate ligament
Wow.
grade 1
Wow.
injury and a posterior cruciate ligament
Wow.
continuous with normal signal. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, so it is. So he has, I think, a grade 1 and a grade 3 tear in his knee.
Wow.
So that's like 6 months out. So his only hope is that the team,
Qualifies.
yeah,
Okay.
so he can come back in. Oh,
So,
Mr. Speed is saying that the referee did not restart the game. That is why, which is what everybody is saying.
so one is one. I believe that the under 17 team can go. My concern is how do we get goals based on what people are saying. How do we get goals? Because this team is built around defense, and going forward, it's a concern by many people watching them play. Me personally, I am
But
not saying that there
is
should
it
be.
fair? Let me just ask you this though. Sorry to interject, but is it fair to measure them against senior players in your top flight who have been playing together longer or stronger? Is it fair to compare their goal scoring or defending ability against those players? And then I can go ahead.
All right, so I was trying say that hear the answer when I was talking. So anyway, I continue. So what I am not saying that they should beat, right, the Premier League, but what I'm saying is that you could see their intent, or see what they want to see what they're trying to do when attacking in the opponent's half, right? See their style of or their patterns of play going forward using the principles of attack, right, man? And that is where most of the coaches who go and watch the game, or people who watch the games with them, saying that there is nothing of that sort. And I talk about good coaches too.
So remember, in preparing a team though, unseen, you would know this. You may watch me in a game and you may not see, according to you, let me use your definition, right? Let's be real. You come and watch a game, and the game that you watch, I have not fine-tuned what I'm going to do offensively. But because I'm building from the back, I've fine-tuned the defense, I've fine-tuned the midfield, and now I'm slowly getting into what I'm going to do offensively. So when you watch the game, you are very critical of how the team plays, rightly so, but it may not be an indication of what the team is going to do. You understand what I'm saying, Anzine?
You understand what you're saying?
We have to bear that in mind. We have to bear that in mind.
I bear it in mind also, Money's man.
Yeah.
That's why we're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
And also, what they may not be able to do against Arnett Gardens or Harborview, they may be able to do against players in their same age group. So you're a coach. You may go and play against a high school. And there, when we look at your team, we can say, well, but this team can't pass the ball around because you're playing above the age group. But when you play against prep schools that are in the same age group, the things that you didn't see when you played against a high school, you begin to see them because now you're back in your age group. Like Simon has just said, the best test of these players, or evaluation of them, will be when they play Trinidad and Tobago in the two practice games.
That's right, management. I understand your point. But what I am saying is that you should, all right, because some of these young players, they are playing Premier League already. So you expect them. So whenever a Dunsenko get the ball, he can go up against any other Premier League players. Right? Right.
But he doesn't do that in the Premier League, though.
Of course, he take on Premier League players, but I'm past them. I'm kick shot off a goal.
All right. But how often, come on, Unseen, how many games have you seen Dunstan Cohen do that in? And remember this as well. When Dunstan Cohen plays in the Premier League, he's not playing as, he's not playing with other players in his same age group. So he may have an adult forward who is a threat to the opponent, who is going to draw attention, who is going to run in certain spaces and channels, who has the physical build to withstand what the opponent is going to do. When Dunstan Cowan is playing with players his age group on the same team, and all the players they are playing against are above them in terms of age and time playing together, it becomes very difficult for even him to do that consistently. That's all I'm saying. So
I understand what you're saying, man, but what I'm saying, still try to do do something attacking, right? Or when the Premier League team are gonna stop you from doing it, still try it and practice it and do it in the game.
So what you're saying is that Dunstan Cowan never took on anybody.
What I'm saying is based on the report that I've get, because I'm watching, right? So I'm going to tell you, based on the report what the people must say, is that there's nothing going forward. Simple.
Okay. I don't know, but yeah.
So that's a concern for me, if that is so. So benefit of the doubt, when they play Trinidad and Tobago man, then we can draw our lines and our assumption.
see what his name? XYZ bartender Thompson saying that good players rise to the occasion. They will get the goals. So, and that's what I believe, because this forward from Glenmore is a very very big, strong. He's 6 feet out in terms. So I think he will pose serious challenges to players in his age group.
No, man. Based on the report, they do everything correct in the defensive structure. How to defend. So they did everything right in defense against Portmore. Right?
Yeah.
That's what the report says. They did everything right. People love them how them defend. Love how them defend. But they have a concern when they're trying to go forward with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the report.
Yeah, but there are some good things happening. Like I said, that there is some players, the national coach, and I want to just make this appeal again. The national coach, Coach Himir Halgrims. All right, Unseen, respect. Thanks for coming on as usual. Yeah, there are 12 players that just defensive work, but he's inviting the Premier League coaches to come be a part of these sessions, see what he's teaching. Right, it's not for this one, but it's for all of the Premier League coaches, so that there can be some dialogue in terms of the principles. Because I think this would be good, because if you have a player from your team in the national team, when you meet with the coach in these kind of settings, you're able now to go back to your clubs and kind of help the player to further develop on what the coach has instructed, which is going to work for the national team if they make the squads when we are going to play official game. Again, there are 2 friendly games coming up in March. I think March the 8th and March the 12th. One in Kingston, one in Montego Bay against Trinidad and Tobago. And so that is important for these players to show their hand. What I'd love to see is for that game on the 12th is if some of the youth players, I know it's very difficult, but I'm wondering if their clubs, especially those who have not been getting a lot of, like Kiddo Taylor Hart, if like a player like Kiddo Taylor Hart could come and just play just before the Nations League game against Mexico, in that last game against Trinidad, and Kanaya Boyce Clark, if his club would allow him to, Luke Badley Morgan, if Delano Splat, I know, but Lembe Kisa may be a little bit difficult because he is on the verge of the Wolves first team. But those players who are in the lower tier and they are still young, I'm wondering if even Omari Hutchinson, who Chelsea was trying to get on loan to West Brom and that fell through, if he would be, if the club would release him to come for the camp to get these games under his belt, and he probably will impress the coach and make the final 25 or final 30 along with, you understand me, for the game against Mexico. I think it would be good. I don't know. That's just probably wishful thinking. You understand me? Probably just wishful, but that's what I think. Especially the ones who are not playing, because some of the players have not been playing a lot of games for whatever reason. And so I don't know. It's just a thought that just I just came up with and stuff.
Man is one.
Yeah.
Say when you say Coach Grimson are bringing want bringing some of the league coach them to see how him work with the defenders and so forth. You know what that remind me of? You ever hear Sir about that about somebody will change whole Belgian football system and make every club have a structure like the national team?
Yeah.
That's the first thing will pop into my mind. I think at that him really do, but without saying he's doing that. You understand me? Because one the clubs playing a similar style of football, just like the national team. So when a player get calls up, it enough new to him, or he might try force to play like the coach wants him to play, because he already knows how to play from club.
Yeah, I don't think it's a similar style. What I think is more is that it is similar principles. Like, so because I can play a different style from your team, but we all learn the same defensive and offensive principles. Like how we defend, there are certain principles that we practice that all the coaches could be teaching. Like for example, every time I go to tackle, you must, and this is just an example, this is not right. You're supposed, the next player covering me supposed to be 1 arm's length away from me. That is part of you understand me? So maybe in terms of principles, we can all have the same principles in defending and attacking, but we may work with different style of play, but the principles are constant right across Jamaica, from prep and primary to the highest level of professional football. That's what I think, Chris.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah. We have Kimo. Welcome to the show, Kimo.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts, because we're gonna run in around 10 minutes, because at 3 o'clock we have the assistant coach for the Haitian under-17 team that will be at this tournament where Jamaica will be at. He'll be live with us on the show.
Okay, I was just listening to the program, and the point that you're making about for that friendly game against Trinidad and Tobago for the senior team. However, that point that you're making about these prospects who are maybe not playing at the highest level, no, I should say, they're still youth, and we want to work with the younger players now to go forward for 2026. I'm not sure how close you are to the coach, to shed some light on that, because that is actually a good idea, management. If you can get Kanaya Boyce Clark and Keita Taylor Hart, and a few, even if we try to get most of those names that you called earlier, and if we get at least 5 of them, it's still good signs, still a positive, to mix them along with the local based players. Because the players that are playing first team football, it would be hard to get them, being that it's not a FIFA window. Is it so?
Yeah. Yeah. Kimo?
Yeah.
Oh, you finished?
No, yeah, because I remember when the coach was at one of the games, you were in the frame along with the coach. So maybe you're a part of the staff.
No.
Kimo Empire, man, just cool, man.
No.
Yeah, big Mannings, man, you have big people in it. You're not little people again, big people,
But coach Empire, man.
No. But what some persons are saying is that clubs won't release them. But listen, sometimes club will release the players who are not getting playing time because they want them to play. That's all I'm saying. You understand me? So I think it would be a good idea if it can work because if they don't get called now, especially those younger players, you think like the coach would want to call his strongest squad
Yeah.
for the game because it's so
Yeah.
important, right? To get
Mhm.
into the semifinals of the Nation League. So he's going to probably use the tried and proven, those who he had in Mexico and stuff against Argentina.
Yeah.
Then after that, it is the Gold Cup, right? So I think if it is possible, I would say call them and find out and talk to their agents and the clubs and see if they would say, okay, I can't come to the first game on the 8th of March. I can come because the camp for the Nations League will be shortly after that. I can come for the game on the 12th. My club, I will ask my club if they could release me because I'm not going to be playing. I'm just training and get the game under my belt. And if I don't, if you don't think I can make the final 25 for the Mexico game, then I can always go back to my club. If that could work, I think it would be fantastic. Especially, and I'm saying this is for especially some of those players who, like Delano Splat, who we want to see because he was a part of the under-20 pool. He has not gotten in, and he's playing well. Like
And Kido Taylor shows a lot of passion for playing for Jamaica.
Taylor, and they already have passports. You understand me? They already have their Jamaican.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Kido has this passport?
From what I know, yeah.
Whoa.
You have like this guy called Frey. Like I would see if he would come seeing that the MLS has not officially started their training. I think Ian Frey is his name. Like I would see if he would be available as well. He's an ex-youngster. So there's a couple of youngsters as well in the USA that I would say, hey, can you meet this? You just see, I don't know. That's just a thought. Maybe it won't work.
Money, long and short of it, I don't think these European clubs will do that. One, a Jamaica, then we not have no respect. I want to have that leverage there. Two, all the two players I can see can actually maybe forward another time because one plays senior football, even though it's an unofficial friendly, which is Omar, because he's not playing with the first team as often as he would like. So maybe they were more likely to let him go.
Yeah.
Kanye Boys Clark is Reading's third choice. If them not have an injury crisis, he can come. But the rest of them, I not really see it happening. Even if them not play.
What about Kido Taylor Hart?
Him still play football? It's been a while since I've heard of him, so I have to really and truly ask.
Mr. Speed is saying, man, do not carry the viewers around the mulberry bush. In modern football, EPL players will only come in FIFA windows. These are not EPL players. They are not in the Premier League. I'm not talking the players in the Premier League. The players I'm talking about are not in the Premier League. So there's
not even those players that are in that level. Them not gonna let them go.
Okay.
It's maybe if it was a Brazilian or Argentinian, yes. Jamaican, no. They have these English people. Them have this mindset. Oh, it's a vacation, sun and sea. So them not gonna really let go the players.
So then on deadline day, Kido Taylor Hart went on a loan from Arsenal to Derby County.
Because he wasn't playing any football. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what I thought still. All right, everybody say it can't work. Man, not gonna really to push it still. If it can't work, we don't. But listen, hey, I want to thank all of you for coming on for this show. Again, we come back at 3. We'll have a quick interview with the Haitian assistant coach. He was also the head coach for the Trinidad and Tobago women's team as well. Also, he coached at the university. Tell her where he coached because he was also he coached in for a Division 1 school at Idaho State University. He was the assistant coach there as well. So he will be on at 3 today. We're going to have a quick chat with him to hear about Haiti's preparation in light of the turmoil in that nation and just other things about Caribbean football. I want to thank all of you for coming on. Coach Minzy from the coach's desk. We have Kimo, big up yourself, the man keeping the streets of Jamaica safe. Continue to do that. We have Chris. We can't call him Wicked Man Chris, or else Kimo will have to go and find him. So big up Chris. Unseen Sports TV, the other persons who operate channels. Simon was in the building from Reggae Boys Commentary. Bless up to every one of the subscribers, viewers, and persons who watch and never made a comment. We appreciate that. All the moderators, respect to every single one of you. Thank you as well for all the subscriptions, the likes, and the views that have been shared. I am Manning's Man. And you know, when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are OUT out of here.